Welcome to Hornets Nest Disc Golf Course in Charlotte, North Carolina for the 2026 Charlotte Roar, presented by Greatest Media Team. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors for this tournament: Grip Equipment, Discmania, Disc Golf 978, and First Available Apparel. I'm Nathan Johnson, joined in the booth today by Tyler Wozniak. How's it going, Tyler?
What's up, Nathan? What's up, everybody? Super excited to join you guys. And we have a star-studded lineup today. We got Paul Ulibarri, Nathan Queen, Austin Turner, and the young gun, Holt Whitted.
Should be a great card to watch today. Very exciting tournament. We got a 3-day A tier here. Technically the first PDGA A tier of the entire year 2026. So we are honored to be bringing you this coverage here today. First and third round will be at Hornets Nest. Second round will be at Bradford Disc Golf Course. Thank you, Tyler.
You got it.
So let's jump right on into it.
There we go. There's our cameraman. Let's go. Yeah, this is such a fun tournament. It's really a pleasure to have a big tournament like this at the very beginning of the year. And I think we all can agree that it was something that we can look forward to now every year to come.
Yeah, first year that Charlotte Roar is an A tier, which is super exciting. Let's take a look at hole 1 here at Hornets Nest, playing from the middle tee, par 3, 380 feet. Right-handed, backhanded dominant players are going to throw something that drifts a little bit from left to right through this part of the gap. Pretty narrow fairway the whole way down, and you got a couple of late trees to miss. Very daunting starting hole. We'll see how our players choose to attack it. First off the tee, Paul Ulibarri, lining up that backhand line.
Little left, leaked it out. Almost throws it perfectly. Very easy to do on this hole.
Yep, common mistake, just didn't quite turn it up. We got Nathan Queen next to tee. 2 lefties on the card today, so we're definitely going to see some different lines here and there.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch. And 2 very different styles of lefties, too. All right. Oh, same thing. He actually turns it over a little bit. He's not super satisfied with that. All right, and here we go. Young stud out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Holt. First big tournament coverage. Let's go. Hits the gap. It's like he leaked through. He'll probably have something to work with. All right. Austin Turner's up now. Lining up the backhand. See if he can get a nice little hyzer flip. Stay straight.
Nobody able to make it all the way through the gap on this hole yet. Tough lefty backhand line. He's got to get something that flips up super late in the flight.
Good shot, Austin.
Yeah, there you go. Pretty rudimentary.
Have a blast, gentlemen.
Austin.
Water's underneath the bench, and we also have snacks and water.
Oh, and there's our tournament director, Rivas. Great job this whole weekend. It was such an awesome event.
Yeah, so Holt's over here on the left side of the fairway. Kind of a tricky scramble. I'm sure he's got a couple of late trees that he's going to have to miss.
There you go, Holt. That's a really good scramble. I'm sure he was pretty nervous. His first big tournament coverage at a big A tier. You know, that's a good way to kind of give yourself a nice par look.
Yeah, it'll probably be 20, 25 feet trying to save his par. Nathan Queen from a similar spot. Touchy turnover line. Looks like he executed that really well.
Yeah, that's a bread and butter shot for Nathan Queen. All right, nice little snappy up shot forehand from Ulibarri with the zone. That's very well done. He'll be very happy with that result as he stumbles to his bag. All right, here's our birdie look.
Yeah, awesome from out in mid-circle too. Little pump fake got us there.
Yeah. Ooh, almost connected.
Not a bad effort.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, a little more meat on the bone than Holt probably would have wanted from back there. This is looking like the 30-foot range. Little straddle.
Oh,
Yeah. Nice
go.
scramble.
Oh,
Good scramble, right?
that's a great putt, you know? There you go.
We'll take another look at it. Sneaks it in low left. It's a really nice confidence booster for Holt to make on hole 1.
Yeah. Nice scramble. Good scramble.
Nathan Queen from just a little bit closer, maybe 25 feet, leaves it a little low. Doesn't stick.
Yeah, Holt can say he big putted Nathan Queen on his very first hole. It's pretty cool.
20-footer for Uli, not a problem. It is worth noting. Hole 1 did play at the hardest hole on the entire course today at a 3.6 average. So definitely one you're not too upset just walking away with the par.
I
Start
agree.
your round, just kind of get it out of the way and move on.
Yeah, this hole it's a great birdie if you can manage it, but it's like you said, you get your par, keep going. It's a tricky one to start on. You got to hit a tight gap, but if you can hit that gap, you have some confidence going into the rest of the round. All right, hole 2, we're throwing over the lake. The baskets, or the tee is in the short position. It's about a 300-foot shot, about 260 to carry it to the shore here. A lot of different ways you can attack this hole. I see a lot of people take either the left to right hyzer or the right to left hyzer, forehand or backhand. Some people will shoot it straight down the middle. So we'll see what our card does.
Yeah, if you decide for one of the wider routes with the stable disc, like most folks will go for on a short hole like this and fairly open hole, you do have to get lucky and miss some of those trees. Obviously, the most open gap is the one right in front of you.
Yep. And Ulibarri shows that he can stripe a line. That looks very nice. He was throwing his ringer there, so good job, Uli. That's a very good throw. Let's check it out again.
Yeah, nice stable disc. Just puts it on a little touch of Anheuser. Holds it straight the whole way there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a clinic how to throw a flat, straight shot. So study up, everybody at home. All right, Holt is going to take the forehand route here. He's throwing his Cayman, gets it turned over a bit. Hits something on the shore, stays in bounds. I don't think that's playing as OB for this tournament.
Correct. Yep, anything dry is in bounds for this event, so Holt will have a long birdie putt from over there. Fortunate to stay dry.
There's Austin Turner with a pretty standard lefty backhand hyzer. Well done.
Never a doubt on his shot right there. Let's see if Nathan Queen can bounce back after the bogey on hole 1. This one's looking nice as well. Just going to miss one of those trees.
Oh, yeah. And there you go. He takes a little bit more of the neutral fading line, so it still brings it outside, but it's not like a hard, wide outside shot that crashes in. Just a good straight to gentle fade. So good disc choice by Nathan there. And there's our GMT logo. All right, Holt. He decides to kind of just lay it up, fight for another day. Not a bad play.
Yeah, I can't blame him here. The pine straw on this course can tend to be pretty slick, so if you're running putts out in circle 2 and you don't catch any metal, very likely that you're going to slide up to 25, 30 feet long. So
For sure. So good play by Holt.
taking a look at hole number 3, playing from the middle tee position, 590-foot par 4. You're going to see a lot of players throw the forehand off the tee here. A left to right moving shot is ideal, although if you just throw the straight backhand, you can put yourself in a pretty good position. Anywhere down here at the bottom of the hill is good. Anywhere up by the bridge is fantastic. That'll set you up for the next shot, which is a bit of a U-turn going back up the hill to the right, hopefully missing some of these trees and giving yourself a look at birdie.
Yeah, Great breakdown there, Nathan. I think this hole kind of deceives people. A lot of people want to get to that bridge, but like you said, if you can just keep it straight, you'll have a pretty reasonable look at your birdie up shot. All right, Ulibarri looks like he's lining up a forehand here. He's got his nuke. All right, that's nice. Doesn't quite put enough on it to get a full flip. Not the worst mistake to make, though.
Yeah, we'll see what he decides to do from there. We might see some folks cut the corner and try to go over the trees, especially during the winter. Austin, lefty backhand. This one's looking just a bit cold. Catches the tree on the left side.
You know he's frustrated because this is it's lined up for that power lefty backhand, and he probably stripes this all the time.
See if Nathan can make the correction. This one is looking a bit high, but gets through the gap.
Yeah, you know,
What for?
he's not thrilled about that, but it's gonna work, and he'll have a birdie look. So, all right, Holt's lining up the forehand as well. He's throwing a rate. Oh, just undercommitted to the line. Yep, we've all been there. Hopefully he can shake it off and get a nice scramble out of it.
So yeah, here is that kind of shortcut Yuli is looking at. In the winter, it kind of clears up a little bit. You get a little less brush, a lot less leaves. And if you want to go straight for the basket, you can. This is looking...
Yeah, I'm chuckling because there he goes.
Damn, that was going home.
He knows he threw it pretty good. You see so many players throw this shot, and it usually works, I feel like.
Especially in the winter, I feel like it works more times than not. Especially recently, a couple of the bigger trees in this area have fallen, which has opened up a little bit more airspace as well. Holt is just going to pitch back out to the fairway, hopefully save a par.
Good tomahawk by Holt. Well done. All right, Austin, let's see what we got.
Looks like he's going to try to cut the corner as well.
He had that annoying small tree on his backside. Yeah, I feel you. It just kind of messed with him a little bit there, I feel like.
Yeah, and this is the potential punishment if you try to cut that corner and get caught up early. Austin's still in a lot of trouble, catches something late. He's going to have a little bit more work to do just to get up and down for bogey.
So everybody's got to go through the mulch here, it looks like. Nobody got a clean look at the upshot for the bird.
Yeah, I think Nathan's tee shot was just faded a little early. He's still in a decent spot, though.
Agreed.
Just gets through clean. Should have a putt.
Yeah.
Should be
Yeah,
either
right.
a long look or he's way closer than I realized. All right, Holt. Standard upshot here. There you go. Way to commit. Kind of punch through that line this time. Gives himself a standard putt. That's a good job.
Yeah, took his medicine, just pitched out, gave himself the upshot. Has a short par putt now. Nathan Queen only back edge is circle 2 for birdie. More sound in disc golf.
Yeah, he makes those a lot. So it was a good run. I'm sure he'll cash in a few of those this round, I'd imagine. All right, Austin has he looks like he's got to make some choices here. I'm gonna go with a little forehand through a skinny gap, probably.
I think that was a righty forehand. I don't know. I could not tell what was going
That
on.
was a
back
righty
there.
forehand. Good call.
Yeah, that's must have been a very difficult spot if he's trying to pull that out.
Yeah, he's just having a bad hole. He's gonna have to erase this hole and kind of move on from here. Ulibarri. Oh, didn't quite pure the putt there. Probably doesn't love that.
Would have been a fantastic birdie though from where he was after his first shot. So can't be upset with a par on this one.
There you go. Now that's a professional, has a 25, 30-foot putt to save a double or a regular, just a regular. So he cashes that down. No big deal. Moving on. Put it behind him, So that's a good job. There you go, Holt.
been something special if Yuli was able to connect on that birdie. You see it quite a bit of people able to get through a lot of the stuff when cutting the corner, but actually making the putt and finishing the birdie is not something you see every day.
Hole 4, we have a pretty open, straight to left fading shot here. We want to get past these dark trees on the left. We don't want to get caught up on the trees on the right. We want to get to this little landing area right here. If you go too straight, you're OB in that path. And then from here, you've got to make a choice. You've got like a 300-foot up shot, typically maybe 250 foot up shot, and you can either leave it short and leave yourself with a scary putt, or you can try to get to the pin and contend with the very likely chance of catching edge and rolling with it.
Yep, that parking lot seems to have a magnet on it for discs, so you don't want to find yourself in there if you can help it.
All right, Yuli throws a good drive here. It's looking a little straight, but it's fine. You live with
It looked
that.
like it was gonna hyzer the whole time.
Yeah, like you said, waiting for it to fade never really did, so he'll have a longer up shot than he would like, but not in the worst spot ever.
Yeah, that's what I said. There it is. Check the leaves and they didn't do it, but I felt it.
Holt just gets over on it. Trusts that whatever kind of driver that was, as a czar, put too much trust on it. It happens.
Yeah, it flipped really quickly out of the hand. I don't know if that was just a disc choice error or I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Yeah, that's a great flick. Great flick by Austin Turner. And you see he's just got an amazing forehand. So really well done.
Good move there from Austin. Looks
And
like
here-
Holt kind of got through into a pretty great spot.
That's a really good looking forehand also. So you're getting to see this kid's ability to throw both ways, backhand and forehand. All right. Looks like Nathan Queen's going to do the shorty play. Leave himself with a very makeable 20-25 footer. That's well done. Yuli's got to make a choice. He can either go left side or right side. Look like he's taking the left side route. All right. Does he catch legs and give a skip? Yep.
Yeah. It's a nice looking shot from Yuli. This hole is deceptive with the slight slope. You can't really see the bottom of the basket, and a lot of shots like Yuli's, you'll throw it and think it's parked, but actually comes up about 30 short. So
Definitely.
a bit deceptive.
And there we go. Oh, come on, roll back in. Yeah. So Austin gets a good break. He throws a good shot. It gets the typical roll, but luckily it does not go OB. All right, Holt with a good up shot. And his... Yep. And now you see the unlucky break.
That is, yeah, unfortunate. Catches the rocks, perfect upshot,
Yep.
right next to the basket, and does the 1 mile per hour trickle out of bounds. And
You know that, and that's just injury on top, insult on injury there for Holt. You know, just got to shake that off. Good putt by Ulibarri. Very well done. Played the hole well. Nathan Queen for a birdie.
slightly intimidating. A little downhill, a little OB behind, but knocks it down.
There you go. And that's his first standard putt of the round, so he's probably going to start heating up now. He drops that one in really well. And Turner for his birdie. Oh no. Yeah. I'm sorry, pal. I just complimented him on the hole before how he knocked down that putt, and sometimes those bogey or par putts are almost easier to make than those birdie putts, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's a great player, but I know he's frustrated.
Yeah, little lapse of focus there, likely from Austin.
Yeah.
Tough break to miss that chance at a bounce back birdie, but we'll move on to hole 5. Another par 4, 584 feet. hole has opened up a lot since the big tree at the end of that fairway fell down. So now players are able to just open up, rip one anywhere out here. This is all inbounds.
The sidewalks
grassy
OB
area.
on the right. Yeah, and sometimes you find people try to get really hyper aggressive here and find trouble on the stuff you saw on the right there. But if you can get to a good landing zone, you should have a very typical upshot up to this sloped green right here that catches the disc pretty well. Yeah, good controlled shot. He's not trying to get big distance. He's just playing a golf shot there. That was well done.
Yeah, at only 584 feet, this hole is very reachable. Not quite eagleable for these guys, but with a full flight drive, you're going to have a very short upshot into the green.
Not scared. to
That's a
drift
great
towards
shot
that
by
tree.
Knight Queen. And if Turner wanted to really get on it, he could probably get himself a putt. We'll see what he does. Yeah, he's just gonna play a standard power rip. Does he miss that tree? Yep, squeaks right by it and gives himself a very that was tons of distance with very minimal effort. There you go, well done. I was gonna say Austin's position was almost harder than everybody else's, but he makes that look easy. Attaboy. Sneaks it in. Good birdie.
Yeah, nice putt there from Holt. Surprisingly, actually not that surprising, third easiest hole on the course at a 3.54 average. This is one that you're definitely going to want to get as long as you keep yourself inbounds. You should have
Exactly.
a birdie putt most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you could throw the disc 250 feet off the tee and you feel like you can still birdie it. So, yeah, this is one of those holes you definitely want to birdie. You know, it's like our guys are having a nice little discussion about the chains and walking away from the basket. Here we are, hole 6. This hole is this is in the short position, right? So we're just gonna throw like something straight that's gonna fade at the end and just kind of collect into this groove right here between these trees. Another hole that you feel like you're supposed to get, you'll see a lot of guys throw overstable fairway or overstable mid-range here, but I'll be curious to see how our lefties attack it. Looks like Paul's lining up a Raptor if I had to guess. Yep, that's what it is.
You got plenty of room to swing this one out wide and just let the stability of the disc bring it back at the end.
Nice skip, and yeah, that's how you draw it up. No stress, move on, get your birdie, move on to the next hole.
I am interested to see how Nathan Queen decides to attack this hole. Only lefty backhand, so has a much more technical line to take than everybody else on the card.
Yeah, he's throwing some sort of flip up mid-range there.
Very nice. Great
Looks
shake.
like it works out well. I think he kind of threw that a little inside, but
Yeah, this is the lower variance play here from Austin, just taking a nice overstable disc and ripping that forehand out there. It's going to work out well for him. That Raptor ends up in circle 1.
sick. Yeah, that's a standard shot for Austin. Well executed. All right, Holt. Looks good.
And this is that last tree and slides up into circle 1.
There you go. Good Firebird shot from Holt.
Nice.
Good job.
Nicely done. Looking at back-to-back star frames for our lead card, barring a would be a very unlucky sit out, honestly,
There you
from
go.
this short of a distance.
For sure. Yeah, Nathan Queen's parked. He's got the CTP, it looks like. Good job. There you go, gentlemen. These are the type of holes where it's like when you don't get them, it's deflating, right? So our guys are showing us just how to play them perfectly.
All right, taking a look at hole 7. Another par 4 coming in at 571 feet. A couple different options here depending on how you want to attack this one. You can either go with, I personally like a righty forehand that kind of flips up and finishes off to the right. You'll see some players go with a straight, slightly turning backhand that ends up on the left. Just depends which side of the fairway you prefer to attack the green from. As long as you aren't in the middle behind one of those trees, should play pretty well for this. Another demanding upshot that's got to make it through this gap and skip up there to the basket.
I didn't think he was gonna do that.
It's a very standard lefty backhand shot for these guys. Turner's going to line up the same type of throw. I'm sure he's looking to get a decent amount of distance here. He's got the ability to do it.
Yeah, nuke in hand, so he's definitely gonna probably go big here.
All right, it's the right flip to it. Yeah, should be fine as long as it doesn't flare too hard. Yeah, he can make something work no matter what. But very well done. You can see why he's so confident in that forehand, why he's one of the best, 350 feet and in forehand throwers in the world.
He's left with this 70-footer out here and probably outside circle 2.
Oh, yeah. He knows he almost had that. I know the feeling because that goes in, probably just as often. Holt, not quite as good of a looking run, but he'll be fine with that.
Yeah, pretty common result to see guys getting caught up on this hole out in that deep circle 2 range. Nathan Queen also with a valiant effort, but coming up just a bit short.
Yep. This is another one of those holes where if you have a good drive and you don't capitalize, you don't feel great about it.
Yeah. But it is a tough second shot. You really got to earn it there to give yourself a makeable look.
There you go. Good putt. Yep, yep. The little flamingo putt, as he likes to call it. I like it.
The one-legger.
Yeah. There you go, guys. Moving on to the next hole. That was a great birdie by Ulibarri, by the way. Okay, we are on hole 8, and we've got this kind of straight shot that you don't want to throw it too far. You certainly don't want to overturn it or leak it early. You want to get to this gap you see right here on the left, and once you're here, you have a couple different options. Usually people throw it right through where this drone is. There's this uphill right here that you have to contend with, and then, you know, you got to miss some of these trees coming in, and you'll have a look. Let's see what Ulibarri's lining up. Looks like he's got his nuke. Sometimes people go distance driver on this hole too.
Yeah, going fast, trying to get a big skip to get into that gap, but it looks like it just faded out a bit early there for him. See what he's got on the left side.
Tricky lefty shot with the backhand, but if you just play it to be straight, like Nathan Queen's doing here, it's not that hard. You gotta, you know, he's playing good golf here. Just throw it straight, give yourself a reasonable look at the second shot.
Yeah. Has about 50 feet of distance to his approach into the green, but is in the fairway, so you can't complain about that. Austin got a little greedy, cut that one.
Yeah, he's not happy about that. And Holt gets the good right side gap. And probably in a great position if I had to guess. So good drive. That'll put it. Doing the fist bump. Now let's take another look at this. Yeah, just a good controlled shot. He's throwing a Firebird here. Sexton Firebird, I imagine. Perfect disc for a hole like this. That's a great job. That's how you draw it up.
Yeah, puts himself right in the middle. I'll be in a very attackable position. Austin is going to have to make a decision. He's probably got about 6 different gaps, all 2 feet wide, that he's going to have to choose between.
Exactly. 6 gaps, all 2 feet wide, for sure. Oh, man. He's just having one of those kind of rounds where he's just, you know, half an inch off of hitting everything perfectly. He'll be fine, but it's a frustrating feeling for sure. And Nathan Queen throws it a little too straight. You can tell he's frustrated about it. But he's at least got an easy pitch up for par, maybe even a long jump putt for birdie.
Yeah. Awkward spot here for you, Uli. Just got to kind of work around these trees in his swing. But if you can get past the initial gap, it opens up quite a bit. So he's able to do that. Get himself back to the edge of circle 1.
Plays that very smart. Goes with a little bit more of a finishing disc instead of a dead straight disc to allow for that gentle fade at the end to leave him with a very makeable putt.
Yeah, very good.
And yeah, perfect drive from Holt. Well executed upshot there. Can give him a very makeable birdie putt.
Yeah, he was definitely in his element right there on those last 2 shots. That was really well executed. Let's see if Austin can get through here. Yeah, all right. So he's got a good upshot, saves par, move on to the next hole.
Yeah, having to work for it, but making it work. Nathan Queen over here, probably 120 feet left for him, just a little pitch up.
Does a nice cast on that. Almost casts it in. Oh, looking good. He's really good at that. All right, can Yuli make good? No. You don't see him miss that very often.
No, one of the best circle 1 putters in the world. That one was just a little undercommitted. Also with a miss as well. Something's in the air on this hole.
Oh man, I feel it for you. I know the feeling. Both of these guys are incredible putters. Just like you said, something's in the air right there. There you go, Holt. Don't let it rattle you though. Way to strike it in there. Good birdie.
Knocks it down. Nice birdie from Holt. Gonna be a tough bogey to take for Austin.
Yep.
Just kind of can't quite get anything going in this round.
Yeah, he's got 9 holes, or 10 holes left to see if he can salvage what's been probably a disappointing round. I'm sure he's disappointed.
Heading into hole 9, last hole of the front 9, 310-foot par 3, slightly downhill here from the short pad. Pretty open. If you want to just attack straight at it, you see a lot of discs kind of like get sneaky through the right, get sneaky through the left.
Yep.
But there is a pure line if you just hit it right down the middle, all the way to the pin.
This is an aceable hole too. Let's see if we get any ace runs out of this group.
Kind of a surprising forehand from Holt. You don't see this too often. You see most players just go with kind of a straight putter or mid-range.
I agree.
He's going to have to put a little bit of flex on this.
Somebody just
Does he get the flip up? I think he's feeling confident about his forehand right now. Almost gets the right result there. Just not quite perfect for what he needed.
Yeah, just pulled it a bit left, but might have a long look.
Oh, here we go. Does he think better? Yeah, he was lining up that forehand. I think you were in his head there a little bit.
Likes the backhand line here for Uli.
Yeah, that's more standard. So he's throwing his ringer. Doesn't quite get the flip he was looking for, but left himself with a makeable putt there for birdie.
Yeah, got a 30-footer there on the left-hand side. Should be okay. Nathan Queen, this is a shot he can throw with his eyes closed if he wanted to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if his eyes were closed right there. Oh, man. Well, he's also got a putt, but I'm sure he feels like he could have just peered it down the center.
Yeah, just pulled his a little bit left. See if Austin can make the correction.
Atta guy. That's just about how you draw this one up. Perfect. So he's got a very makeable putt for birdie to kind of get him around going again. Now let's take another look at it. Throws it a little low, but committed. Hits the right flip and certainly leaves himself right on circle's edge to get a bird. Holt doesn't quite get the touch right on the turn there, but a good looking bid nonetheless.
Yeah, we've been waiting for Nathan to knock one of these long ones down. This one, call it a 50-footer.
Never gonna get
He felt a little out of rhythm lining that one up too, so yeah, not quite what he's looking for. All right, Uli. He's really good at these too.
Just outside the circle. Looks like he's going to step through it.
That a guy.
Great
wow. Just a great spin stab right into the chain.
Nice way to make up for that miss on the last one.
Does he split trees here? I think he does.
A little trick shot just for fun.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Great job, Uli. That's impressive. Keeps it on a frozen rope. Right in for the birdie. And that one's for the camera for sure. Good job.
Yeah, puts him to 6 down on the front 9. Definitely a scorcher of a start.
Yeah, kind of quietly doing it too, I feel like. And there you go, Austin. That's a good putt. And let's see if he can get his round going again. Oh, you hate when you do that. Well, it happens to all of us. Holt, I think he's either 15, 14. So it's very impressive how well he's maintained his composure so far throughout this round.
Yeah. First real sign of nerves we've seen from him, but it's okay. Happens. We'll bounce back.
Yep.
That'll round out the front 9 for us. Taking a look at the leaderboard, we got Adam Cruz leading the way at 7 under par. The guy sitting next to me chasing him right behind at 5 under. A couple other names. We'll see how these folks are able to finish out the back 9 and where things end up.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we're excited to bring you the rest of the coverage, and we'll see what our group does going forward.
Yeah, make sure to tune into the back 9 to catch the rest of round 1 and subscribe to GMT's YouTube channel for the rest of our Charlotte Roar coverage and the many more tournaments we have to bring to you in 2026. We'll see you there.